this is really just sort of a deepening of the scandal, but as well, I think it really puts perhaps a timeline or a very small amount of time really as to how long Kishida can continue to batter off these question marks of whether he should be resigning.
Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, this scandal's been trickling along for a while. It seems to get worse all the time. Kishida's approval ratings are in the tank. People are just wondering how long he's going to stay on now. There's a couple theories related to that. One is that he wants to stay on before he passes the budget in a couple months' time. And the other one is that he's waiting for a state visit to the United States to meet with Biden. You know, this is something that's been long planned and something that is very important to Japanese prime ministers in particular, given the alliance they have with the United States. So there's a feeling that that will go ahead before anything happens to him. And then the question is, you know, who would replace him? They don't need to actually call an election right away, but there is an LDP leadership contest later in the year.
And who would be sort of emerging as the key people in this? And the other question as well is whether there's any sort of further politicians that are likely to be embroiled in this scandal.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the real question now, because this scandal is hitting, you know, one of the biggest factions in the LDP. Usually the factions all kind of rotate the job of Prime Minister. Kishida himself benefited from that system, and they kind of roll through the different factions. And once one prime minister goes down, which is, you know, a frequent occurrence in Japan, apart from several exceptions, including Shinzo Abe, who managed to stay in power for quite a long time. But you know, since then you've had Suga, you've had Kishida. You know, typically there's a cycle where they last sort of a couple years, and then the approval rating goes down. And we're seeing that cycle play out with Kishida. Some scandal emerges, like the one we're seeing. Given this one involves a hefty chunk of the LDP, it's very unclear who will emerge unscathed from that. Oftentimes it's not the most popular, but the one who can command the support of the party.